Hello everyone. In this session we will discuss the operators topic. Here what is an operator? Operator is a single or double symbol that gives the instructions to the compiler or interpreter to perform the certain operations that is associated by the data items that we can call here operators. Here it may be the single or double symbol. Whatever the user is given the instructions, those are performed by our compiler or else interpreter. Okay, in simply we can say what is an operator means. Operator is nothing but a symbol. In simply we can say operator is nothing but a symbol. It can perform a task. It can perform a task given by the user. Given by the user. Whatever user is giving the instruction, that can be performed into this. Any symbol. Okay, so what we have the symbols means I will explain. So your operator is nothing but a symbol. It can be performed a task given by the user. And these operators are used our operands. What is the operand here? Operand is a data name or a variable. Here operand is a data name or else here it may be the variable. It can store the value of a data which is operated by our operators. Operand here is a data item or else your name or a variable. It is a data name or else here it is the variable, and it can perform or else it can store the value of data, So whatever it is stored, that data can operate our operators, which can operate by the operators. Whatever we have the operators, those are followed by our operands. So what we have the operators in the operands, for example, you can see, suppose here I am taking the x is equals to a plus b by 2. For example, here I am choosing the x equal to a plus b by 2. Here we have the operators. Operators are equal to, plus, and division format. Here we have the operators equal to and addition, division. And here we have the operands. Operands are the x, a, and the b. So with the operands here we are performing the operators, right? So like this here we can perform our operators in the operand. Here we have some types of operators. Here our C++ can support the different types of operators. These types we have in the 8. Totally 8 types we have in the C++. So like this here we'll be having, first one is the arithmetic operators, second one relational operators, third one logical operators, fourth one increment and decrement operators, fifth one conditional operator, sixth one assignment operator, seventh one bitwise operator, and the eighth one is the special operators. So now we will see each and everything. One by one we will learn. Okay, let's see here. So first one we have the arithmetic operator. arithmetic operators are used to perform the arithmetic operations. So here whatever we have the arithmetic operators, it can be performs the arithmetic operations. What we have the arithmetic operations? Here we have the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and the modulus division. Like this here we have the arithmetic operations. So once if you're seeing this table, we have the plus, that is the addition. If you're taking the A and B values, suppose if you're choosing the A value will be the 30. For example, here I'm choosing the A value is 30 and B value is the 20. A value is the 30 and the B value is the 20. A plus B. A plus B means here we will get the 50. A minus B, 10. And A into B, 600. And next here A by B. So 3 by 2. So how much we will get here? 3 by 2. So we'll get the some fractional pointer type. Right? So in this here we will get the some fractional point type. Like 1.5. And if you're working the 30 A divided by A modulo division B. So A modulo division B is not possible. So that's what here we can do the, sorry, here this is the B, right? Yes, we can do the A by B only. Now this is possible. So 30 and 20. Okay, normally we will do the process for this, right? So then you can see. So like your 0.32, like that here we will get. Okay, so here for that your if you're getting the 0, you can write the 0. If you're not getting the 0, you can leave that one. So just check how much we are getting that one. Okay, so definitely it will be the 0 modulo division. And here we have the 3 types of arithmetic operators. Here we have the 3 types of arithmetic operators. Integer arithmetic, real arithmetic, mixed mode arithmetic. Here we have the 3 types: integer, real, mixed mode. In the integer arithmetic, we can perform the integer values. Means numbers. Numbers like your you can perform like A plus B, B minus C, anything you can do. In this here, whatever you have the integers, those are performing this one. Like here, you have to be follow integer values, numerical values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this here, we can include. It can be performs the numerical values. And the real arithmetic, in the integer arithmetic here, we just have the numeric values, right? In the real arithmetic here, we will be having the fractional points. It is like here floating point. Okay, it will be having the in between the numbers, it will be having the fractional points. Suppose if you are writing the 3.8, so this is a fractional only, right? So this we can perform in the real arithmetic. And sometimes here we can perform the mixed mode arithmetic also. Mixed mode means here we can include the integer arithmetic and real arithmetic. Suppose here I am taking the, for example, here you can see, here I am taking the A is equals to 20 and B equal to 3.0. So this is the our integer and this is the our real arithmetic, like here with a fractional point. If you added this one, for example, if you are doing the addition performance plus, okay, 3.0, so it will give the result like your 23.0, right? So like that here we can do. A is equals to 20, B is equals to 3.0. So this is the integer and this is the real. But it is a combination of the our both, right? So it will be gives the again our fractional only. Why? Because here already we have. If you are including the integers only, it will be give the fractional only if we have the fractional values. That's what here we can call this is the mixed mode. Why we can call mixed mode here? This is the combination for the integer arithmetic and the real arithmetic. These are our arithmetic operators. And next here we have the second one, that is the relational operators. Second one we have the relational operators. Your relational operators are used to compare the two values or else here more values. Also we can call these relational operators is like comparison operators. Okay, we can also call this is the comparison operators. So in this here we can compare the two or more values. We can compare the two or more values. Here we have the sum of operators like this: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equals to, equal to, and not equal to. So here I am choosing the A is equals to 3 and B is equals to 2. Just I am choosing the A is equals to 3 and the B is equals to 2. You can check here 3 less than 2. 3 less than 2. Is this possible? No. This one is the false. So in the relational operators here, if the false statement can be displayed in the form of 0 and if that one is a true, it can be displayed in the form of 1. It will not show any values. Okay. So this is the false, means here it can be shows the value like 0. And next here we have the A greater than B. 3 greater than 2. Yes, now this is the correct one. It can shows the true value like here 1. And next we have 3 less than or equals to 2. Is this possible? 3 less than or equals to 2? No. So that's what here this is also false. 3 greater than or equals to 2. Yes, this is the true. And next here A equal to 2. This is the true. 3 is equal to the 2 value? No. So that's what it can be shows the 0. And A not equal to B. So 3 is not equal to 2 only, right? So then it can be shows the 1 value. Like this here we can work the our relational operators. Just here it can be compares the 2 or more values, means here we can see we can give the C value, D value also. In that time also it will be works at the same time. And next here we have the third one, that is the logical operators. Here logical operators are perform the logical expressions. Here we have the logical expressions or 3 types: AND operator, logical AND operator, logical OR operator, and the logical NOT operators. Okay, suppose if you are giving the 2 values or anything, so these all depends on the our truth table. So whatever you performing the logical expressions, those are depending on the our truth tables whenever you're performing the our logical operators. So suppose you are giving the 2 values to this A and B. So these 2 needs to be performed true values, and A or B I am giving. So at least one of true, and means here these perform in the true or false type. These 3 are performing the true or false type. And if it is true here, if it is A or B is true, it can be shows the false statement. This is the opposite for performance for this. Okay, suppose here I am taking the 3 and 2. So at least here 2 statements will be true. Suppose you are performing the A less than B. We can see here I am giving the value A less than B, and you can give like your B greater than C. Suppose in that time you can check A value, B value. If these 2 are the correct, it will be the true, or else it is a false. And in this also at least one of the true, and in this opposite. Like that here we can work this. Okay, so the result of logical expressions is depend on the truth table of the logical operators. So let's see how it will be looks like here our truth table. Right. So this is our truth table. So here we have the operator 1 and the operator 2. Operator 1 is having a true and true, false, false, true, false here. So then here we are performing the AND operator. Here we are performing the AND operator. Once you can check your point. See, the result of logical AND operator is any operand value is false. The result is false. Otherwise, the result is the truth. So means here, if any one operator is false, it can be shows like here false only. If any one only. So means here definitely we will need the true values only. If anyone is false, automatically AND operator is the false only. Just check. True and true. These two are the true values. Then you can say this is the true. And next here this is the true and this is the false. At least this is not at least right here. So definitely whatever you have, those needs to the true statement only. Here we have the false one. So then you can make this is the false. Here this is the AND operator. AND means here definitely the both the values will be the true. Otherwise it will make the false. Here also you can see here we have the false and here we have the true. So this is also false now. And next here false in the false. Already we have the both is the false, right? Then it can be makes the false only. So definitely it will be the true means here first one. These two are the true. That case here we have. And next we have the OR operator. OR operator can be performs the result of logical OR operator is any one of the value is the true. The result is true. At least any one of the value will be the true. Then you will get the result value the true. Otherwise it can be shows the result is the false. Let's check here how it will be. True and the true. Yes, it will be the true and false. At least only one is the true, right? So here we have the one is the true. So then it is making the true value. And next here false in the true. Yes, here also we have the one true. Then it will be makes the true value. False in the false. These two are the false. Here we don't have any at least one true statement, right? So then it can be makes the false statement. Like this here we can perform. And we have the one operator that is a NOT operator, right? So the result of logical NOT operator is whether the value is the true, the result is a false. Means opposite one. Whether the value is false, the result is the truth. Suppose you can see I am giving the value is the truth. It gives the false statement. The output will comes to the false. Suppose I am giving the false, it will be gives the true statement. This is for the NOT. Okay, so whatever the user is giving, that is performing the opposite for this. True, if you are giving the true, that will be gives the output false. If it is false, that will be gives the output is the true statement. And next here we have the fourth one, that is the increment and decrement operators. Here we have the fourth one, that is the increment and decrement operators. Increment and decrement operators are used to increase the value by 1, or else it can be performs the decrease the value by 1. And also we can call these operators is like your unary operators. These are classified into two types. Pre-increment. Pre means here before we are doing the increment process. For that here plus I. For that here plus I. And post increment. Post means here after you have to be do the increment process. I plus. Pre-decrement. Pre means before you have to be do the decrement process. Minus I. Post decrement. After that, after the value, you can perform the I minus. Okay, suppose if you are giving the in the programmatic, if you are giving the value will be the, for example only we can see, if you are giving the value I is equals to the 0, and next condition you are giving like here I less than 5. Here I am using the I place, that is the post increment. After the giving of value, you have to be increment, right? So here first it will be displayed, the output is 0. After that it will be the incremented like here 1. After that it will be incremented like 1. In the pre means here, after that it can be performed. So we post increment, after that only, after the giving of output we are increasing. So in the pre means here, first it is increasing the value, after that it will be give the output. Like that here we can perform the increment and decrement operators. Just it is always increasing the value by 1 and decreasing the value by 1 only. It will not increase more than that. Okay, these are our increment and decrement operators. And next here we have the conditional operators. The conditional operators, we have the two types. Those are the question mark and the colon. Okay, so also we can call these or the ternary operators. Why? Because here it can be performs the three expressions. Expression 1, expression 2, expression 3. So here how we can perform these conditional operator means, if the expression 1 is the true, the expression 2 will be evaluated. Whenever you are performing the programmatic for this, so here whatever you have the conditions here I already written. Okay, once you can check. So if the expression 1 is a true, the expression 2 will be evaluated. It is depends on the programmatic. If the expression 1 only false, then it can be moved to the our expression 3. Here we can see if it is the false. If the expression 1 is true, automatically it can be goes to the expression 2. Again it will not move to the expression 3. From here only it will be stops the process, expression 2. If the expression 1 is false here, it moves to the expression 3 condition. It will not move to the expression 2. So at least only one statement will be displayed. That is depend on the expression 1. If it is true, expression 2. If it is false, it is displaying the expression 3. Like that here we can work the our conditional operators. And next here we have the sixth one, that is the assignment operators. Assignment means here this is the equal to symbol. This is the equal sign. Assignment operator is the equal sign. Just it is having the equal to. The operators are used to assign the results of an expression to the variable. Expression to the variable, we are assigning the values. So here you can see variable operator equal to the expression. Or else here you can perform the variable operator plus the expression. For example, you can see I am giving the variable is like A. Okay, operator I am giving like addition. After that we have the equal to. Expression I am giving the value. Like this we can perform. Or else here by this also you can perform like variable A, variable again, whatever we took the variable for this, that is only we need to be right. And next we have the operator. Okay, and next expression. So in this after the operator, after the plus operator we given like here equal to. In this before only we given, right? So like this here we can perform these two. So any one is the correct. This is correct and this one is also correct. So that is depends on the programmatic here. Okay, so A plus equal to 4 means your first only we are giving the variable operator equal to the expression type. So this is for this statement. Like this here we can perform the our assignment operator. Just here remember assignment operator is the equal sign. And next here we have the seventh one, that is the bitwise operator. Seventh one is the bitwise operator. So here this bitwise operator is also similar to the our logical operators. In the logical operators here, just whatever we have operators we are performing with the truth table, right? But in the bitwise operators here, by using the logical operators only, but just the difference what we have means here, this one is performing in the form of bits format. Why? Because here the lowest logical element in the memory is the bit. That's what it is performing in the form of bits format. And these operators are works only in the form of character and the int data types. It will not works with the float and a double type. Just it is working with the character and the int only. If you are adding the two numbers by using these, okay, so in that time it just here works like I'm not adding. So if you are doing the AND operator like this here, it will shows the at least one. Okay, so see here, for example, we have the operators AND operator. Compared to the logical operator, in this here we have the only one, that is a bitwise AND. This is the OR, bitwise OR. This is a bitwise exclusive OR. Shift left, or else here we can call left shift, right shift, ones complement. These are our bitwise operators. These are all done by our bit format. Bit format means here it will be having the 0 and 1s only. If you are using the AND operator or operator, anything, whatever you took, by that here it can be performs the values in the bitwise operator, bit values only. So like your 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0, like this we have, right? So you can see here these values, whatever you have, so you can calculate in the formula type, like your 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6, 2 power 7. If you calculated that one, will get the some value, right? So that like that your bitwise operator can performs into this. And last one, we have the special operators. So in the operators, we have the special operators. In the special operators, again we have the three types. Those are the comma operator, size of operator, and the member selection operator. This comma operator is in the form of like this. This comma operator is in the form of like this. This is having the lowest priority comparing to the all the operators. And this operator is used to separate the related expression. Suppose if you are giving the any variables, or else any example you can choose. Suppose if I am taking the variables A and B I am writing. So we can identify A is not related to the B. So for that case here, I am giving the comma. So it is performing the some difference for that, right? So A after we have the B, right? Like that here we are giving the comma operator. So if any expression, if you are giving the values also, A is equals to 10, B is equals to 5. Like this also we can perform. You can give any values to that. And next here we have the size of operator. Second one is the size of operator. Yes, size of operator can be having like a size of operand. So here the size can be number of bytes. The size can be identified in this bytes format. Bytes means here 1 byte equal to 8 bits, right? So like that here, whatever you given the operator, that can be calculated by the bytes format into this. It may be it is using the some operands, right? So this operand is maybe the variable, or else it may be the constants, it may be the data type qualifier, anything you can choose into this. Suppose if you are writing the y is equals to size of int. So your size can be measured in the form of integer, numbers format. If you are giving the float, that is measured by the floating points type. And last one we have the member selection operator. So these are used to access the members of the structures in the unions. So for what means here we are measuring the structures and the unions. So for example, you can see here where member 1. So here where is a means here suppose you can choose the variable name, and member 1 is the here our structure variable type. Okay, like that here we can work the our member selection operators. These are the our operators. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for the watching.